The discussion you're about to hear is about one of the most practical and promising clean transportation advancements, which is propane autogas and propane vehicles. Propane certainly has earned a strong place in this conversation as both a practical bridge fuel for the short term and a longer term clean energy option.
Autogas is a great fuel to use as an alternative fuel to lower your cost of operations and also to allow you to go green with your fleet. Fueling stations are completely customizable. Nice thing about propane dispensers are they're easy to install, easy to maintain, and for like a skid dispenser that can be set on your set in your application, they run on need a 30 amp breaker, which is the same as an electric dryer. So it's that simple. If you have 30 amps of power on your breaker panel, you can set a dispenser and start fueling vehicles.
Yeah, how long does a typical school bus or typical fleet vehicle, how long does it take to refill one? Is it hours and like an electric vehicle, or is it much shorter? I'm hoping much shorter.
It is on the same scale as filling a gasoline or diesel bus. They
Yeah.
fill at the same rate, roughly 7 to 10 gallons per minute.
Okay.
So you figure about a 60-gallon tank. So
Getting a Roush CleanTech system installed in your vehicle. It's really seamless to the end user. It's not something that you have to worry about transporting a vehicle to us or anything like that. We're a ship through with Ford. So once you decide I'm going to get an E450, this is who's going to put the body on there. We go ahead and take care of all the installation, and we have installation partners also that do it. It doesn't have to be done at our facility in Livonia. But as you can see from this drawing here, we have tanks that are installed aft axle. So when you put the body on there, you don't see the tanks at all. A lot of people don't even know it's a propane vehicle because they don't know to look for the sticker that's on the side. And so it just looks like any other transit vehicle that's going down the road. Running strictly on propane, you have one fuel source to worry about, and that's it. And you know what your savings is going to be on your fuel. If you're running two fuels, how do you know what your savings in fuel is going to be? And right now, it's pretty significant because I don't know if anyone's noticed, but gas has gone up just a little bit in the past couple months. So for your propane, you're looking at probably on average a good $3 a gallon less than what gasoline is running right now. And diesel, we don't even want to talk about how expensive diesel is. That's just way too much. So you're going to see an average on your vehicles that you drive, a good $15,000 of savings right there on just your fuel cost. So that's pretty significant. As far as the maintenance goes, you follow the same maintenance that you would on a Ford gasoline vehicle.
I got to tell you, we're lucky to be in Ohio because I've always heard great things about the Ohio Department of Transportation. They've got a Federal Transit Administration admin there that really knows their stuff. Everything we're going to talk about is also on the Ohio propane website. So the details are there, and we're also keeping that updated on a monthly basis anytime new funding comes along.
For low-no vehicles for a long time, this has been usable for propane, but it's been pretty solidly electric and other fuels in the past. But recently, as long as the grant is through ODOT, you can actually, so like let's say in the past you got a certain type of fuel. Let's say you went with electric vehicles and you haven't spent all of the money from that grant yet. If you wanted to, you can now switch that money to propane and spend the rest of it on propane vehicles. And then that's as long as the grant is through ODOT. Larger urban areas tend to apply directly to US DOT. In that case, the money is not switchable. But if you are through ODOT and you're a subrecipient of one of their grants, or a low-no grant, that is, you are able to switch it.
This is the OPGA's website. This is your one-stop website for your path to propane to start your fleet and begin growing it. We have several resources available, and if you're looking for a local propane provider, we have a map that lets you see all propane companies in the state. Here at the bottom of the page is the OPGA vehicle rebate. Here you can download the application, fill it out, and then come back here to re-upload it. You can receive up to $16,000. The rebate program prioritizes fleets that are buying propane vehicles for the first time. Below our rebate is information on state and federal grants, including FTA funding that Joe and Julian spoke about. We update this section constantly.
Thank you for taking your time out for a little bit with us today, and just appreciate all of you so much.